What's up, guys? I'm here with my UNPL Week 4 match versus A Prater and his Manchester Park Slowpokes. Make sure you guys check out A Prater in the description down below. This is my first time playing A Prater. We were in the BBRD League together, but we did not play. But yeah, make swant you guys check them out and check out all the other UNPL coaches in the description. Your MORPEKO United are 2-1, and we really want to get another W and try to get top of the league or top of the I can't pronounce it, but the division that I'm in, Naranja, I believe. I'm really bad at pronouncing things. But yeah, he has a very scary Sun team. He has Mew, Walking Wake, Great Tusk, Diancie, Ninetales, Vikavolt, Victreebel, Dusknoir, Bisharp, Tauros, and Icecue. His Terramons are Victreebel, Dusknoir, and the Icecue. Victreebel can turn into Grass, Fire, Ground. Dusknoir can turn into Ghost, Fairy, Water, and then that Icecue can turn into Ice, Fire, and Electric. Let's go ahead and look at the mods that I decided to bring. I'm going to be bringing an Assault Vest, a Azumarill this week. This is a complete check to Walking Wake. This is the best check to Walking Wake in the game. Assault Vest Azumarill is just amazing Pokemon in general. We have Aqua Jet, Play Rough, Liquidation, Ice Spinner. We have enough, or we are 240 HP, 252 Spadef, Careful Nature. Then we threw 16 EVs into speed, but we have enough Spadef to just not ever get like even 4 KO'd by that Pokemon. We also eat hits from Victreebel unless it's choice specs or is a setup set. We still can eat hits. We can even eat hits from that Vikavolt. So honestly, very excited for this Azumarill this week. I really think Azumarill can just be an amazing check to a lot of things. Next we have the Choice Scarf, Aronson, the Monkey Dory. This Pokemon is very good. We have Psychic, Sludge Wave, U-Turn, Clear, Smog. Our Monkey Dory set, we have enough speed to outspeed, I believe, the Ninetales and Mew, and then also the yeah, just those two Pokemon. Scarf really puts in work here because it can outspeed the Great Tusk after it gets a +1 speed. If it does run Rapid Spin, it also outspeeds just a lot of Pokemon on his team, like Vikavolt, Dusclops, all those Pokemon. His team will be to the right, obviously, but I really like Choice Scarf Monkey Dory. I just think it hits so hard and can just put in the work this week. Next, we have a Resto, Chesto, Matt Turner, the URSALUNA-BLOODMOON. This is our win con. We do have Blood Moon, Calm Mind, Earth Power, Rest, and then we have 252 Modest, and then we have 240 HP, and then we threw 16 EVs into speed, so we outsped anything trying to speed creep us, really, having no speed. Matt Turner is going to be clutch this week, very clutch. I think this Pokemon can absolutely put in work. I think it can put in work. This Pokemon is like a first-round pick to a lot of people. I'm not a huge fan of Ursaluna or URSALUNA-BLOODMOON, but I really think this Pokemon can put in work this week. Next we have Jedi, Robinson, the Silazar. We are Terra Fairy this week, primarily so we can hit Great Tusk with a Fairy type move and also hit that Walking Wake as well and be immune to Dragon type moves. We have Rapid Spin, U-Turn, Terra Blast, Overheat, very similar set that I brought last week, but we have enough speed to outspeed the Tauros, and then we threw 88 special attack EVs, means we can hit a lot of things decently hard, and then we threw the rest in HP, so we didn't get 2 KO'd by, I believe, or we didn't get OHKO by a Steam Eruption when we were Terra Fairy, I believe. I could be wrong. Next we have Pulisic, the Torrentee with heavy duty boots. We are just knockoff U-Turn, Rain Dance, Hurricane. We are Rain Dance this week for the Sun, because if we can negate the Sun boost from the Walking Wake, and also Hurricane's also is 50% in the Sun, so we really want the 100% Hurricane in the rain, so it can really benefit us. And this Pokemon is obviously just very good. I love Torn, literally has been my favorite Pokemon to use in Draft League, so really excited that I get to run this set. U-Turn obviously pivoting. I have U-Turn on Torn, I have it on Silazar, I have it on Monkey Dory, and then I'm also going to have it on my Choice Scarf Geo Reyna, the Ogre Pawn Heal Mask. But we are Scarf because we do outspeed it's Tauros if it's not Scarf, and we outspeed Walking Wake. We outspeed everything on my opponent's team other than like the Chlorophyll Victreebel, I believe. We have Ivy Cudgel, U-Turn, Woodhammer, and Knockoff. And we are running max speed, just so we can speed tie that Tauros if it is Scarf, and then we just do the rest in attack, because we want to hit our opponent as hard as we can with this Pokemon. But yeah, that's going to be my team versus A Prater, and I will catch you guys in the battle. We are here in the battle versus A Praetor. This is going to be a post commentary because I was away from my setup and my microphone and stuff when I was playing my battle. But yeah, like I said before in the team builder, make sure you guys check out A Praetor. He is a great battler, and yeah, it's our first time battling, so really hyped for this. But we see A Praetor does not bring Great Tusk, which is very, very crazy in my opinion. I thought Great Tusk did really well against me. But we do see Victory Bell and Ice Cube, which are his Terra options, and then also just has Vikavolt, which can set up webs. Wake in the Sun is crazy, and then Mew, whatever he wants to bring with that Mew. It's hard to guess what that Mew set is going to be, but yeah, go look, have fun to A Praetor. Like I said before, check him out in the description down below, and check out all the other UNPL coaches. I'm very, very happy that I was able to join and have such a crazy team as well. So let's go ahead and have some fun with this battle. He did decide to lead off with that Vikavolt, and I was like, my goal was to always lead with that Silazar if I did see a Vikavolt, so we could just click Overheat turn one. Really should have brought that Terra Fire for this Vikavolt, to be honest, but I was thinking more long in turn game or end game, because if he didn't bring Vikavolt, then it wasn't really needed. Like Terra Fire Overheats in the Sun obviously do hit pretty hard, but did not believe it was needed that much. But we are Terra Fairy because of that Walking Wake, like I said in my team builder. But we do just click this Overheat because we can live any one hit. I was kind of debating on Terastallizing or not at that point, because I was like, if I Terra, then I am no longer weak to, or I'm not, it wasn't weak to, but if I Terra, I don't resist the electric type move, but if I don't Terra, then he clicks Bug Buzz, yada, yada, yada. I was calling him Bug Buzzing, or just getting webs up. And he clicks Agility here, which honestly I was completely fine with. Obviously, A Praetor is going to do a chunk with whatever move, but since he isn't Choice Specs, he can't Oko me. So we are going to be able to just live this hit and then kill him with Overheat if we do hit. That was kind of my thought process here, was, okay, do I just click Overheat here, or should I switch out to take this Thunderbolt? I have an Ursaluna that can always wall this Pokemon. I am not Assault Vest, so like Energy Ball can kind of do a lot, but I decided just to take the damage since I don't really need this Pokemon anymore because he's not going to get webs up, and I get the Overheat off. No pairs on the T-Bolt, no miss, and we do pick up a turn 2 KO, which is nice. Jedi Robinson getting a kill, putting in work for us. Terra Silazar is pretty cool. But yeah, at this point I really don't know what A Praetor is going to go into. I have my Azumarill, which can check a lot of the Pokemon that he has, and he does go into Richard, which is the Ice Cube, which here I honestly should just click Overheat, but I really wanted to break the Ice Face. He could be Terra Electric on this thing, so I need to be very careful on what I do and figure out what set he is, because if he Belly Drums here, then I'm in kind of a pickle, but I should be able to deal with it. But we are just going to click U-turn, I believe, to break the Ice Face and then go into our Azumarill, because if it depends on what he shows. If he Terastallizes into Electric type, we're just going to go into our URSALUNA-BLOODMOON and try to take the Terra Blast. Obviously we're weak to Ice, but we can chew it up. But yeah, we do just click the U-turn, and we see he does not Terastallize. So I believe we just go into Azumarill here to try to take an Ice type move, because if he has Belly Drum, then he Belly Drums here, whatever. We can Aqua Jet and get damage off, and then we should be able to try to deal with the +6 attack Ice Cube. But I am thinking a little bit. I was like, I can go Geo Reyna here. I was calculating to see how much I took, and I was like, I'm just gonna go into McKinney the Azumarill, because McKinney with this Assault Vest, obviously I don't want to have to take damage on this thing, because the Assault Vest is very nice for the Victory Bell. Well, health is nice for the Victory Bell, and then also the Walking Wake, and then all of his Pokemon really, like Azumarill really just walls a lot of the team. Not walls, but it can just eat hits and then dish out so much damage. But we are going to go into this because I'm kind of scared of what to do at this point. And he does reveal Agility on this as well, so I was like, okay, not too worried. I was like, I did miscalculate a little bit. I didn't know what the set was, like what this, I didn't know the speed got boosted or anything. I didn't know the set, like the EVs or the stats changed when it left the Ice Face form. But here I'm like, okay, I do believe they are going to Terastallize into Electric type, and I want health on my McKinney, so I do double into my Ursaluna-BLOODMOON. because we do have the Resto Chesto Berry, so we can rest up later if need be. This is our win con, but like I really think we can catch him off guard here on his Terra Blast Electric, and then just nuke him with Blood Moon, because if he doesn't have Belly Drum here, then we should be alright. Like, we should be okay. And he is going to reveal that he clicks Freeze Dry, and he does a lot of damage. He does a lot of damage, a lot more than I wanted him to do. If we were Assault Vest, then this would not have been an issue. And now I'm kind of scrambling on what to do. Kind of worried that I'm going to get beat by this Ice Cube, but he does reveal that he's a special set and he's not Belly Drum. So at this point, I'm like looking at my team and like, I really don't have a good switch into this. I should probably sack and then go into Monkey Dory and then Revenge Kill. So that is what I'm going to do. That is what I'm going to do, I believe. Sack off the Jedi Robinson and then go into Monkey Dory. And then I was calculating to make sure Monkey Dory did enough damage. Anyways, because I don't want to give him my Ursaluna Blood Moon, obviously, because Blood Moon is my win con. So I shouldn't have done that exchange in the first place. I should have just clicked an attacking move with my Azumarill, to be honest, but like I thought Azumarill's health was more important, and I was trying to call that Terra Blast, and he hasn't terastallized yet, which is crazy to me, because I was like, Freeze Dry did not do nearly as much as a Terra Blast Electric to the Azumarill. And I go to my Jedi Robinson, and he's going to click Protect, so kind of a free play for me at that point. If I would have called Minded there, that would have been dope, and then I could have rested, and we probably could have been able to 1v1 this, but I didn't want to risk my Blood Moon. But here, I am just going to have to give him this Pokemon, basically. I think we can live any one hit, but I think the best bet is to click Overheat, because if he doesn't Terra, then we kill. And if he Terras into something, which would be odd, because he hasn't Terastallized at this point, then I just get a big chunk off anyways, and like, I don't really need the Salazar, because we don't need to Rapid Spin away anything. To be frank, and my name's Owen, because we don't need to deal with the sticky ones from Vikavolt. I'm kind of really struggling to deal with his Ice Cube at this point. Like, I was kind of like, damn, I don't know what to do here, guys. Like, I was like, I'm just gonna click over here and get damage off, because if he's not Terra, and he does Terastallize here, which had me dumbfounded. And after the match, he did say he didn't mean to Terastallize, so it feels a little better. And he was Terra Electric, so I was like, why did he not Terra Electric earlier? Like, I was very, very confused on the whole sequence of plays here. I'm kind of just switching around, and he does click Freeze Dry, and he doesn't kill, doesn't get a freeze, and we get the Overheat damage off, which is very nice. We do about 60-ish%, but I am going to sack here and then go into my Monkey Dory, because if I sack here and then go Monkey Dory, I am able to Revenge Kill it, obviously, because he is below 50%. Like, he does not have really a switch into Sludge Wave, because he did not bring a Steel type, but he's going to pick up the KO here. And I forgot the stat changes, so I thought I outsped anyways. I thought my Scarf Ogerpon and my Scarf Monkey Dory outsped. I forgot that the speed got changed, because I thought he was still I thought Ice Face form, like, I didn't know the speed went from 50 to 130 or whatever it was. I don't know. But I thought Scarf outsped Ice Cube at +2 anyways. So I was kind of debating on either going Giorena, the Ogerpon, or go Monkey Dory, and I was like, I want to feed Monkey Dory kills, so I do decide to go on the Monkey Dory here. And because he doesn't have a Steel type, so I just click Sludge Wave, because even if he goes Mew and he's specially defensive, I can bait a Poison. So that was my thought process here. So I go into Arison, Monkey Dory, the boy, the man, the myth, the legend, and like, I'm looking to see him, I'm like, does he have a Sludge Wave switch in? He does not. So like, his only switch in could be the Mew on the Psychic. So like, I debated clicking U-turn, but I was like, he's staying with this Ice Cube. This Ice Cube is chipped away at my Pokemon, and he clicks Freeze Dry, and I'm like, okay, we are fine. Monkey Dory's gonna pick up a KO, and he does get a freeze. And I was very upset at this point, and just kind of like, dude, come on. Like, am I gonna get beat by this fucking Ice Cube? Like, I did not want to get beat by this Pokemon. And I was like, okay, well, all I can do here is just click Sludge Wave over and over again, because I didn't want to risk going into Ogerpon. And since he outsped, I realized, oh, he got a speed change, or he is faster, so I can't go into Ogerpon now. Because if I go into Ogerpon and I take over half and I get two-shotted, I can't revenge it. So you see my dilemma here. And I was like, I have one more chance. And I don't thaw out. So I didn't thaw out for like 3 turns, which is horrible. I didn't thaw out once. Scarf Monkey Dory did nothing this match, when it honestly could have picked up another KO. And like, you see how fast I clicked that. Like, I was very upset at this point, but I was like, I just go Ogerpon now, and I live any hit, and I just get off as much damage as possible. I don't want to risk taking Terra Blast Electric with my Torn or a Freeze Dry, and like obviously this Pokemon hits all my Pokemon super effectively that I have left. So I have to go into my Ogerpon, Georana, and just hope to God he doesn't get a freeze or he doesn't crit me. Because if he does, then I have to go into my AV Azumarill and then take a lot of damage that I don't want to take. Because the damage I have to take for that, then I can't check Wake, and then Wake just nukes me, and it's a whole ordeal. You get what I'm saying? Like it starts to snowball, and it'll be bad. Here I decided to click Woodhammer because even if he goes Mew, he gets nuked, and I was like, I just want to do as much damage as possible. It clicks Freeze Dry, and you see he does do over half, and I was like, well, damn, that is crazy. I click Woodhammer, and Georana is going to get its first KO for us. So we finally get rid of that stupid Ice Cube, man. Ice Cube just put in the work against us. But now that we know that Terrastalize, then we know the Victory Bell cannot Terra. So that is good for us. And we can deal with that Victory Bell a little bit easier. But either way, now he goes into Trixie. I believe, yeah, this is the Ninetales. So I have my Assault Vest Azumarill that kind of checks this, because even if he clicks Solar Beam, I don't take anything from that Pokemon. Like, I do not take anything from Ninetales. Unless he's like max special attack, modest choice specs. But Azumarill can really just chew, like, nom nom this it up, like nom nom nom, eating it up. And yeah, so we do just go Azumarill, like I said, and you'll see this Flamethrower, because he does click Flamethrower here, does absolutely nothing. We do gain health back from this Flamethrower. Assault Vest Azumarill is just crazy. I think Azumarill is probably the best fairy type, if you don't count Iron Valiant, obviously, because it's not like it's still a fairy type, so you do have to count it, I guess. Like, I don't know what I'm saying. It's still a fairy type. But I think Azumarill is like the best fairy type for how I like to play, because it's still offensive, but it can also eat hits, which usually I don't draft bulkier teams. But this Mon just eats hits. And you're going to see here, when he clicks Solar Beam here, how little it actually does. You'll see our Liquidation also does not do very much at all, but that is okay. We are just going to take damage on this to try to chip away at it, because Sun is up, obviously, so Liquidation is not going to do as much. They click Solar Beam, and I'm like kind of nervous, but I was like, this really shouldn't do that much damage. And you'll see it literally does like nothing. It literally does nothing. Like, I really didn't think the HP bar moved. And we do not even have to a Ninetale. So I was like, wow, that is crazy. That is crazy. And I'm debating here what to do, because like, he's probably just gonna click Solar Beam again. I have my Pulisic, the Torn, that can switch into the Grass type move super easily. I don't really have to worry about it, because my Torn was a little bit defensive, not defensive, but I think I had HP investment, so like I really wasn't too worried, because even if you did click Flamethrower, I was able to handle it and U-turn out and then go back into my Azumarill. But he is going to double, and he doubles into the Victory Bell, which I was like, hey, this is perfect for me. Like, I'm not mad at this at all. My check to this Victory Bell is my Tornadus Therian, so Pulisic's going to come in here. And kind of weighing my options, because Ape Raider still has Mew, Ninetales, the Walking Wake, and this Victory Bell alive. And I was like, okay, I can just click Rain Dance here, because like there's 2 turns of Sun, like I checked there, and I want to be able to have 100% accurate Hurricanes, because I can't just raw Hurricane this thing anyways, because if I do, it's 50% accurate, and I really don't want to play the missing game when I already got haxed with the freeze from the Freeze Dry, so really didn't want to have to deal with that. And he goes into Little Boy Blue, and that is going to be this Mew. So we're going to be able to figure out what this Mew set is at this point, because like I can live any one hit from this guy. Like, I really don't have to worry about Mew. If he's a setup Mew, I was kind of worried at this point, though, I will say that, because if this is a setup Mew, depending on what setup move it is, like if this is defense boosting one, then like I'm kind of worried. But I click knockoff, and you see we do a decent chunk, and I was like, okay, so they're not very defensive, and we knock off the lefties, and Ape Raider is going to click Dragon Dance. So I was like, honestly, kind of happy that it was Dragon Dance, because then I can revenge with my my Ivy Cudgel boy, the Ogerpon Tail Mask. And here I'm like, okay, I can live any one hit from this thing. I really don't have to worry about it. And he clicks Zen Headbutt, and he's going to do a lot, but no flinches here. And we get a Hurricane off, and we're going to do a massive chunk, And I want to keep Tornadus alive because I know I cannot beat that Victory Bell. I cannot beat that Victory Bell if I let it go down. And I don't have a way to set up Rain to get rid of the Sun, all that. So I'm weighing my options, and I'm like, I can sack my Matt Turner, stupid Ursaluna Bloodmoon here. So I'm like, Ursaluna Bloodmoon does not outspeed anything. Like Walking Wake can come in on it. Ninetales can do a lot of damage. I'm gonna go into it and sack it, which it was my win con, but I really think I can win with my Torn still being alive. And also having a Azumarill, because my goal was to sack this and then go Azumarill, and I can just Aqua Jet this thing. But we do see Aprator click Poltergeist, which was very odd, in my opinion. I think he lost nothing in clicking Zen Headbutt. He did say it was a little bit of Joy-Con drift, and a little bit of a misplay, but that's all good. I can click rest now. I didn't even calc this. I was like, if I live, I live. And I live pretty comfortably, and we get that rest off. So Ursaluna Bloodmoon hanging on. This Pokemon has definitely surprised me so far using it, because in prep, it's like I'm not too overwhelmed by its ability. Like, obviously it's good, but like I'm not like, this is the best Pokemon. Like, I really would not draft this thing round 1, but a lot of people would. And here I just get a KO basically because I don't die to anything. I really don't need to Calm Mind, and I'm looking and I'm like, he doesn't have an Earth Power switch in, so I just click Earth Power here. I don't really feel the need to Calm Mind. And yeah, he's gonna click Zen Headbutt, and if no flinches, then we are okay. And yeah, and you see a +1 attack. Mew did no damage to my Ursaluna Bloodmoon. It is crazy and baffling to me that Pokemon chewed that hit so well. Matt Turner really eating that hit up for us. Eating it up. But at this point, I'm like, I really think I'm okay, because even if he goes into Wake, like, I should be okay. And he goes Trixie, which is at Ninetales. So I'm like, this is another KO. We eat any hit. So Ursaluna Bloodmoon is going to pick up another KO for us, potentially. Because obviously this Pokemon is not going to live in Earth Power. And Solar Beam's not going to do too much. If I had Sleep Talk, I could have played some Calm Mind games on that Mew, but I really didn't want to, because he could then Dragon Dance, and then it could be a whole lot of shenanigans. I would have to get good Sleep Talk returns, and I wouldn't have been able to run Blood Moon. I would have had to run Hyper Voice. But yeah, we were just sitting there thinking, I'm calculating, I'm like, I just click Earth Power, and he clicks Flamethrower here, and he does a decent chunk, but it does not pick up the KO, and we get another kill. So Blood Moon proving me wrong, because usually I'm like Ursaluna and Ursaluna Blood Moon literally just go in the match and they get 1 KO and they die. It's Iron Hands syndrome. I think Iron Hands is the same way. But he does go into Walk and Wake here. And at this point, I'm just going to sack. I really don't have any time to get a rest off, and then I have to wait 2 turns to be able to attack. And he has a Victory Bell and this Wake alive still. So I was like, okay, I have 4 Pokemon. He has 2. I should be able to win this. That was my thought. Like, I'll have 3, I mean. So he gets the Hydro Steam off, which is fine. But now I have the best check in the game to Walking Wake at a decent amount of health and a Azumarill. So I just go Azumarill, and I don't mess around. Like, I don't really mess around. And you'll see how comfortably this Azumarill takes these hits. But my thought process here is, I'm put in a weird position if he goes into Victory Bell, because then Torn has to take a lot of damage, and I don't want it to take. And I can Ice Spinner either way here, because I do enough damage. And if he doubles, like, I really thought he was going to double into the Victory Bell. So I'm looking, making sure there's only 2 Pokemon left, seeing this Victory Bell, and I'm like, I can just click Ice Spinner here. I don't lose anything in it, because he does no damage to me regardless. Like, I debated on doubling out into my Torn and everything, and I was like, there's no point. I'm just going to click Ice Spinner, because he doesn't do any damage, and I lose nothing. Because then, even if he stays in the next turn, I just click Play Rough, or I can click Ice Spinner again. Like, my thought process was, I just click Ice Spinner. Like, I'm fine. And you see me trying to calc stuff. Since I wasn't playing on my normal setup, I had my little Chromebook that I was trying to calc on, and it was taking forever on calcs. But Aprator, I believe, yeah, he does decide to stay in and click Hydro Steam, and I was baffled at this, to be honest. Like, you see, he literally gave me health back. I was baffled, because I was like, dude, if he just, like, obviously he made the good play, so it was like, good for him, honestly. He made a good play. But I was like confused at this point. But I click Play Rough here, and I'm like, okay, I just get my Play Rough and I kill this thing. And you see he's just still clicking Hydro Steam, and at this point I'm like, dude, what is going on? Like, why is he just hoping I overplay? And we do see he is the Roselia Berry. So good plays from Aprator. He really lost nothing in just staying in at that point. But now my thought process is, he's just going to give me this Pokemon. So I just click Play Rough again. But Aprator is going to make a good play and go into that Victory Bell. and save the Walking Wake, which at this point I wasn't too worried about because I had my Scarf in the back, and also Sun will eventually run out. So he clicks Flip Turn, which same thing as switching out. You get what I'm saying. But he is going to go into that Victory Bell, so good play on him. But either way, we're going to roll with the punches. Because I click Play Rough here. And do a decent amount of damage. Honestly, like, that does more than I would expect. Like, Victory Bell's kind of bad. Victory Bell's kind of bad. It's good as a Terra Captain, obviously, but, like, he used his Terra on Ice Cube, so I'm, like, really not too worried. We do see he reveals Black Sludge. So, at this point, I'm like, if he's a setup set, am I screwed? Am I screwed? Because I don't know if we saw if the Ninetales was Heat Rock or not, so we don't know if the Sun is lasting 5 turns or 8 turns, because the Sun has been up for like 2 to 3 turns at this point. So was kind of worried here, really calculating to see how much damage I take from everything, see if I can win without my Azumarill being alive, to deal with that Walking Wake, because Ogerpon can outspeed and kill it with Woodhammer. And so here I decide, I'm like, I can't let him set up for free. I'm gonna click Ice Spinner on this thing, because if he sets up for free, then I lose. So I click Ice Spinner, and Ice Spinner and Aqua Jet should be able to kill, based off the calc spinning on it. And he does just click Sludge Bomb, and he picks up the KO on my Azumarill. So Azumarill did pretty good. I don't know if crit mattered. I never calc that, to be honest. I just assumed it didn't matter. I didn't even remember seeing a crit. Crit could have mattered because I was Assault Vest. I mean, that is a poison type clicking a poison type move against Pokemon it's super effective against. So it really didn't matter. I don't think it mattered. I didn't calc it. But we're going to Pull Sick, and at this point, I'm pretty confident I can win. I just have to click Rain Dance and then hit my Hurricanes, basically. Because if he's not Choice Scarf, Wake, then I should be okay. You know what I mean? So we do click Rain Dance here. And I don't know if I checked. I didn't even check for Sun Turns. He gets the Poison, which is really scary. You will find out here in a second. I didn't even check for Sun Turns when I probably should have, but I wanted my Hurricanes to be 100% accurate anyways. And here I'm debating really, really hard, because I was like, if he switches into his Wake on my Hurricane, then Victory Bell wins. Victory Bell wins because my Ogerpon can't kill it with one hit. And I'm thinking, and I'm like, I'm clicking U-turn to switch off of his switch going into Wake. Because if I get this play right, I win the game. If I get it wrong, even if I U-turn, I get it wrong, I still win because my Torn wins versus the Wake. So, like, even if he stays in, I'm fine. And I click U-turn, and we do get the play right. At this point, I'm like, let's go. And I really, really sealed the win here at this. Like, I really sealed the win here because I get the Regenerator, so I don't die to poison. Regenerator is the best ability in Pokemon. So good. But Aprator did say something about that he had Protect originally, and he was going to click Protect there. And then something with the save cartridge. I don't know. We are going to pick up the win, though, because he did not have Protect. Because if we Protect there, then we died to poison. I should have just doubled out anyways, in hindsight. I should have just switched out anyways. So I switched out there, then I was fine. If I went hard into my Geo Reyna. But here I'm debating, I was like, can I even, like, is there even a point in trying to click, like, knockoff on the Victory Bell switch in and try to two-shot it that way? And I was like, I ended up calculating, I'm pretty sure Woodhammer just did more. So we are just going to click Woodhammer and get a whole lot of damage off. I may have clicked Ivy Cudgel. I clicked Woodhammer because I think it just did a whole lot of damage. And we are going to pick up the KO, so Ogerpon's going to get another KO for us. And at this point, this should be GG's. The only thing that worries me, I did get worried at this point, was that if Victory Bell came in, killed me, and then if Rain had went away. Because if Rain had went away, then I'm pretty sure Sludge Bomb into Poison killed me. So he had to get a Sludge Bomb and then get a Poison, or if he just got a Sludge Bomb crit. So I really, really was worried about missing my Hurricane after Rain if Rain was gone. But we are going to see that we click Woodhammer here and get this Woodhammer damage off. And it didn't put it in range of... it could not put it in range of U-turn, though. So he does click Giga Drain. Was worried about setup there, too, because if he had setup move, then I was like, oh, well, a little worried. But there's no move I don't think he can click this boost the speed. I don't know if that Pokemon gets... agility or not, But here I go into my turn, and Sludge Bomb I think had a chance to KO me here if I did miss a Hurricane. I could be wrong. I think Sludge Bomb into poison damage killed me. But we are going to get the Hurricane off, and that's going to be GG's to A Praetor, because he is not like Koba Berry to reduce the flying type damage. It was a very good game, was super hyped to finally get to play A Praetor, and then for me to pick up a win and your MORPEKO United moved to 3-1. We're like second in our division. Like, I'm super excited, and was super excited to get that W. Obviously, if he had Belly Drum on Ice Cube, he said something that he may have had it prior, but I know the Protect definitely won him the game if he did have Protect on that victory bell, because he did call my bluff, and if I would have just doubled, then I would have been fine either way, but I made the misplay. If he had Protect, then he would have won. But either way, like I said, check out him in the description down below, and check out all of the other coaches. Yeah, that's going to be it for this video, guys. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. Also, leave a comment if you guys think I could have played any better. But yeah, that's going to be it. I'll catch you guys later.